Hello everyone, my name is Kieran. Welcome back to another Manchester United live stream. Back to back uploads, baby. We are back on the channel and we are going to be previewing the Manchester United versus Everton game, match week 10, I believe, of the Premier League season. It's going to be a very, very interesting preview with all the instances going in and around this game and, you know, sort of around it and coming into it. It's going to be very, very interesting, and there's going to be a lot of talking points to go through. Plus, I've got a bit of a different graphic for my lineup prediction as well, so you're going to love that. I know you will. Please do leave your thoughts, as always, in the live chat as we go through. I'll be trying to read out all of your messages. And if you're watching this as a video, please don't be afraid to leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. I read all my comments, so please do let me know what your thoughts are coming into this game in the comment section down below. And of course, subscribe to all the channels in the description down below if you haven't already. Some real class Manchester United and football content in general. But welcome to everyone who has just joined us. Welcome to Man United Fan Stand. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Owen K. And welcome Matthew Jones. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. United Fan Focus and the Man United Fan Stand. All links are in the description down below, so go and check them out. But thank you very much for joining, guys, who have already joined. Really appreciate it. Please do leave a like if you haven't already. No problem, by the way, Matthew. No problem at all. And as I said, you know, if you do want to call in and things like that, please do let me know in the stream chat, and I will, you know, be able to sort something out with you calling in and things like that, because I want you guys to get your voice heard. That's what these streams are all about: getting your voices heard and getting your opinions heard and discussed live. His Matthew's score prediction is 2-0. Early score prediction now. I will be getting into my score prediction a bit later in the stream. But the main title of the stream and the thing I want to talk about the most is Romelu Lukaku. Now, you know, we're playing Everton, one of Lukaku's former employers. And I think he would be eager to play against Everton. But the question is, do you think he needs to be dropped for this game? And in my personal opinion, I think he should be. Oh, no, wait a second. Oh, shit. That is so poor. That is so poor from me. Hold on. I do apologise, guys. I do apologise for that. I had to reconnect it to a different internet connection because I feel like it was lagging a bit. But hopefully it'll be fine from now on. But yeah, for me, I think Romelu Lukaku does need to be dropped for his own good. Just because, you know, we've seen he hasn't scored in his, last 8 games for Manchester United, which is a bit worrying from a Man United point of view, and especially for a striker of a top club like Romelu Lukaku. We need him firing every single game, or at least putting in a good performance every game. And sometimes, as a footballer, you have to recognise you're in a bit of bad form, and you're in a bit of a bad spell, and you just need a bit of time off. And I feel like Lukaku definitely does need that bit of time off on the bench, and just to kind of gather his thoughts and just make himself a bit better. And I do think that you know, one of the reasons for his, you know, poor form at the moment is tiredness. If you think about it, at the start of the season, obviously he came in with a long World Cup campaign. He then went straight into the action with sorry about that. That was probably the curry I had. But straight into the action in the Premier League, and he's basically played every single game he's been able to play. So I do feel for Romelu Lukaku in that aspect. I think that, you know, tiredness definitely comes into it. Obviously, it's hard to kind of feel sympathy for him in one aspect, because he is being paid a lot of money to play football, and there's a lot of people around the world who would play up front for Manchester United, you know, as a dream of theirs for free. So I mean, in some aspects it is hard to feel sorry for him, but I do feel sorry for him in some aspects. So that's why I think he should be dropped tomorrow. Obviously, you've got the dilemma of, you know, is his former team, would he be more motivated to score against his former club? And maybe getting a goal against his former club is just the thing he needs to get his confidence back up. Because I also do think that confidence plays a role in it as well. But, you know, this is your stream as well, guys. You guys leave your thoughts in the live chat. What do you think? Do you think that Romelu Lukaku should be dropped for the game tomorrow? Or do you think it would be best to leave him in the squad and then see how he plays against Everton and then think about the next game potentially to drop him out? Matthew Jones here says, we don't have an ideal replacement. That is a good point. I think, obviously, Alexis Sanchez at the moment is injured, so he won't be able to feature up front. I think the only real realistic replacement that we could see coming in for Lukaku would be Anthony Martial. Now, obviously, when he was first signed by Jose Mourinho, Anthony Martial, signed by Louis van Gaal, sorry, he was signed as a striker. And I think Martial probably would find it much more comfortable to play up front, where he, probably knows the game a lot more and is more comfortable. And I think, I feel like at this point, I'd love to try that. I'd love to see Martial up front, or potentially even a front two of Lukaku and Martial, because I do also think that one of the problems is the fact that Lukaku needs players in and around him to help him create chances for him and to kind of have that interplay, because we saw a lot last season that Lukaku's interplay was actually really, really good. The way he was able to receive the ball, hold up the ball and play it off to players, he was really, really good at that. But this season we've seen a lot in games where Lukaku's been right up front and then he's had about 60 yards behind him and then the midfield and the defence. He's had so much space, and he's not that striker who can have all that space, get the ball and hold it up and wait for others to come to him. He needs people around him, playing the ball and in and around him, making chances. So yeah, maybe playing a front two might help the situation. And I have seen Martial and Lukaku play up front together, and I thought it worked well. Or even potentially Rashford. So who knows? Maybe a front two might help the situation. Welcome Fergie United, welcome to stream. Thanks for joining. Please do subscribe to his channel as well. Some really good Man United content. He says totally fine from this end. Loving the show so far. Well, thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate it, and I do really enjoy your streams. I don't tend to catch them live because I do apologise for missing them, by the way, mate. But I do try and catch up with them after they're uploaded. And I tell you what, some brilliant content on his channel as well. Matthew Jones said he scored 4 in 9. Yeah, and all of those 4 goals in the Premier League have come away from home, which is a staggering statistic, but maybe not so surprising with our home form in general being so abysmal this season. Welcome Rasmus, welcome to stream, thanks for joining. And welcome Rodney, thanks for joining, really appreciate, pal. Please do go and check out Rodney's channel in the link in the description down below, along with all the other channels that are linked down there as well. And welcome Yash, welcome to stream. Yash, thanks for joining as always, pal. Really appreciate it. Fergie says, hi Matthew, hope you're well. Lukaku for me has to be dropped, but unfortunately there isn't a made replacement for him. Well, yeah, obviously, there's already, obviously Matthew as well said there that there isn't really an ideal replacement for Lukaku. So it does seem like that's the general consensus at the moment of what I can see from you guys, is that Lukaku probably should be dropped and should be rested. But ideally, we don't really have anyone who's going to take his place, which is a fair comment. I would argue Martial, I reckon, could do the job up there. But I also do think, as I said, I do think a front two might help Lukaku. Lukaku and Rashford, Lukaku and Martial, or even Lukaku and Sanchez when he's back. I feel like that link-up play between the two strikers is what he needs at the moment. But who knows? Who knows? Welcome, Red Army MUFC. Welcome to stream. Thanks for joining. Yeah, really appreciate it, mate. Please do leave a like if you haven't already as well. That'll be very much appreciated. And get your thoughts in on tomorrow's game. It's going to be a big game, very, very important game for Jose Mourinho and Manchester United as well. Because I think coming into this one right now, we're in the bottom half of the table. Everton are in their usual position at this stage of the season of around 8th place. And they come into it winning 3 games on the bounce. So their form is very, very impressive going into it, playing some really, really good football. So, I've got to say, fair play to Everton. They've got some really, really decent players, which we're going to touch on in just a second when I do the Everton team analysis portion of the previews. As I said, it's getting more high-tech, lads, more high-tech, more preparation, more professionalism. Well, professionalism, I say that. It's just a few notes. Rodney says, it'll be interesting to see if it works without Lukaku. Yeah, I mean, I think Jose Mourinho has got the team, you know, are very much used to playing with that target man up front. And I think Jose Mourinho himself, if you look at the previous clubs he's been at, has always had that tall, strong focal point up front. The major kind of, you know, thing to look at is Didier Drogba at Chelsea. He was the target man. You know, he was strong, physical, great in the air, and that's a similar thing with Lukaku. And maybe that was why we bought Lukaku instead of Morata in the end, because Mourinho thought that Lukaku would suit his sort of style of play more. And I think in the first season, Lukaku actually did really well, and he did suit our style of play, and he did score quite a few headers and was very physical up there. But this season, I don't know whether it's the service or whether he's just a bit tired. I'm not sure. Obviously, we're gonna that debate's probably going to rage on throughout the season, but it's just not coming off for him at the moment. But it happens. It happens for the best of strikers. Yash says Jose's not in place to drop Lukaku. His job will be on the line tomorrow. I mean, that is what's being banded around a lot. I think there are quite a few Man United fans I've seen on social media as well, saying that if we do lose against Everton, obviously we'll be in the bottom half of the table, and Jose has to go. That will have to be the final straw for him. That's what people are saying anyway. I'm not too sure. I don't think anyone at Manchester United are in the position or want to sack Jose Mourinho at this point in time, even if we did lose to Everton. I feel like he probably is going to get... you know, I feel like he is going to get, you know, at least till Christmas. And if we are maybe, you know, 12th, 14th in the table, then they might take action. But right now, I don't think Jose's gonna be sacked until Christmas. Or maybe they might give him the January transfer window. I just feel like they're not going to sack him this early in the season. But I could be wrong. Yash says, oh no, I've just read that one, sorry. Matthew Jones says, to everyone that has joined, let's hit 10 likes. I just want to say, amazing content at the moment. Letting the fans get involved is great, Kieran. Well, I'm very touched, Matthew. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I try and, you know, get you guys involved and get your voices heard to the best of their ability, to the best of my ability. And, you know, because it's all about the fans. It's all about you guys. I mean, there'll be no point in me doing these streams if, you know, you guys weren't enjoying them or being entertained by them or feeling like, you know, you ain't engaging with them. And I thank you for your support. I have to thank you guys for your support, because without you guys, you probably would never know who I am, to be honest. Because I probably wouldn't have made this channel, or, you know, indeed be making videos. So thank you so much. It's all about you guys. So I appreciate all the support, and I appreciate, you know, I appreciate all the lovely comments you guys give me about my channel and things like that. And that's why I also link all the channels in the description down below, because like Matthew, I see a lot of decent content out there, and I want to kind of promote it as well, and, you know, have a decent community. So with that being said, please do go and check out all the channels in the description down below. There's some really, really good content out there. Rasmus says, what do you think about the comment of Mourinho that Everton has the same ambitions as United? For me, that's absolutely disrespectful. Even worse than Moyes' comment that United has aspired to be Liverpool. I mean, yeah, I remember that David Moyes comment. Yeah, it wasn't a great PR stunt from Mr. Moyes, but he didn't cover himself in glory. Let's be honest. But I think, yeah, I think it wasn't the most intelligent comment to say. I don't think it's completely ridiculous. Obviously, Everton's aspirations at the moment are probably Europa League. I think they're probably going to be aiming for Europa League. And I do think they will get Europa League this season. I do tip them to finish in the top 6 or 7. But I think we do need to be aiming higher, and I do think it's just not a very intelligent quote from Jose Mourinho, who is in the firing line. It's like him signing up for someone to put a blindfold on them and try. I don't know what it's called, but he's almost signing up for people to ridicule him and throw rotten tomatoes at him. He's signing because surely he knows if he makes that comment, it's going to get a massive reaction from the fans and from people making making these sort of comments. I don't know, but Jose Mourinho, it's not the first time, is it? And it will definitely not be the last. Welcome, Max Worth TB1 to stream. Max, thanks for joining. Very much appreciate it, mate. Go and check out his channel as well. Some really good stuff. Please do leave a like if you aren't already as well. He said Sanchez over Lukaku for me. Well, yeah, I think obviously at the moment, I think Sanchez is injured. I don't know why he was injured, because he came on against Chelsea. you know, he came on against Chelsea for about 15 minutes and apparently got injured and can't play for the next few games, which is really annoying because actually with Lukaku potentially being benched, it would be nice to see Sanchez through the middle, but, you know, that's life. But yeah, I do think Sanchez would be good through the middle. A potential partnership of Sanchez and Martial up front, who knows? But that would be a handful for defenders, definitely. Rodney says, blimey until Christmas. That will really upset many who want him gone. Well, I mean, yeah, look, I feel like, you know, there are a lot of people who want him gone. If you have Twitter and just search Jose Mourinho, there's not too many people singing his praises. I mean, there's a lot of people who want him gone and want him sacked. You know, do those kind of images of him with the red cross and have it as the AVIs. I don't understand that, but you know, that's the new age of social media. But you know, it will kind of peeve a lot of people off who want him gone. But I think realistically, you have to look at the situation. Why would we sack a manager right now? You know, when we've got the whole of the rest of the season to go, and if somebody else comes in, are they really going to change anything? For me, they're not going to change anything. Also, potentially, Jose Mourinho has got an opportunity to turn things around, and I don't agree with some people who say that, you know, Jose Mourinho's lost the players. I'm not sure what you guys think, but I don't think Jose Mourinho's lost the players. If we look at the Newcastle second half performance, the Chelsea performance, for me, looking at that Newcastle game or that Chelsea game, if Jose Mourinho had really lost the players would have just stopped playing and would have gone, you know what, we're gonna lose this game, and I don't think many people from this position would expect us to win. We can lose this game, and you know then it would harm the manager's reputation. And that's what we saw at Chelsea in his second season at Chelsea when the players did, you know, kind of lose him and they went on that losing streak. But I feel like the players, potentially it could be the players' own personal pride, and I don't rule that out for a second. But I feel that surely if they're even bothering to actually come together, think of a plan, and go out there and try and win the game, that there is still some respect there from the manager. Even if they don't fully agree with what he said, I think there's still some respect for Jose Mourinho's demands. But, you know, you guys, of course, leave your thoughts on that in the live chat. Max says Gomez and Yerry Mina are decent and were targeted by United. Yeah, obviously Yerry Mina's gone to Everton, it seems. Well, both of them at Everton, of course. And we might. I'm not sure if we'll be able to see Yerry Mina at Everton, but Gomez, I think he was an alright player. I don't think I would want him in the centre of our midfield. I just don't think he's got that quality that we need. But I think he has got, you know, he's played for Barcelona. So, obviously, whoever was the manager of Barcelona, they saw some talent in him. And he would have been learning from the best. Welcome, Jack's Vlogs, 123, mate. Thanks for joining. He says, so sad news in Leicester. What's happened? What's happened, mate? I haven't caught up with that one. Let me know what happened there. Matthew says, hopefully a review on my channel on Monday. I'm really looking forward to it. Go and check out United Fan Focus in the description down below for their review of the game. Max says, I wish Jose showed a bit more happiness in the press. As we all know, he has it in him. I feel a lot more people would like him and give the club more appreciation when talking about him. Yeah, he does seem very, very negative in press conferences. Every single day when he talks, it almost feels like he's had 2 hours sleep. He looks like he's just been traumatized every single day. He walks in with the wide eyes, you know, staring at the journalist and just, you know, giving 1 or 2 word answers. He looks fed up, to be honest, and I'm not sure if he is fed up, but I don't know. I think, obviously, not a lot of United fans want to see the passion, but obviously you want to see your manager happy. But to be honest with you, I'm not too sure how much he's really got to be happy about. But anyway, I don't know. I mean, I feel like, yeah, maybe if he was happy, you know, I think, you know, United fans would feel a bit better towards him, or they might make the comment of, oh, how can you be happy and smiling when we're mid-tables? Because I reckon that comment would probably be made. Welcome. Oh no, I'm going to read out this one. Yash says, I also think Jose won't be sacked, but our season will be over with a loss. Yeah, well, we'll probably. Yeah, probably with that. I mean, I'm not sure if Jose Mourinho can turn it around. I still think he's got an opportunity, and that's why I don't think he's going to be sacked before Christmas. Or potentially he'll get the January transfer window. But I feel that, you know, I feel like he is going to be given that time. So I think he's got an opportunity, and if he can turn it around, some will say it's a miracle. But I think he does have an opportunity. Welcome, Patrick Jude, on the stream. Thanks for joining. I'm not at Old Trafford. It's a bit light outside, of course. But I'm obviously tomorrow, well, I won't be at Old Trafford tomorrow, but I'll have the green screen up. I'm planning on doing another one of my famous watch-alongs, so please do tune into that tomorrow. And if I do one, of course. Welcome, Tech Man. Welcome to Stream Tech. Thanks for joining, mate. Really appreciate it. Obviously, a Chelsea fan. He says, carefree, wherever you may be, we are the famous CFC. Well, I'll tell you what, speaking of that sort of rhyming, you got lucky against us, I've got to say. Ross Barkley, of course. I mean, the rhymes write themselves. Ross Barkley scored very, very late on for you guys, so fair play. But you know, it was devastating. It was devastating. But obviously, you're probably going absolutely mental. Rasmus says Barca wanted to swap both money for Pogba. That shows how highly rated Mina and Gomez were at Barca. Yeah, I mean exactly. But you know. Yeah, obviously Barcelona didn't rate them, but I think I'm not sure, you know, if we really want Barcelona's cast-offs, to be honest. Yes, they are playing for a team like Barcelona, but still, there is a reason why they don't get into the team. But I am going to quickly touch on as well Everton. You know, Everton, because I realise I haven't mentioned them, and we're 20 minutes into the stream. So, Everton, obviously one of their main threats, Richarlison, doing fantastically this season, and he's really, really good. He's got a lot of pace, and, you know, I think Jamie Redknapp likened him to Cristiano Ronaldo, which I thought was a bit far-fetched, but apparently he has the build of Cristiano Ronaldo, not my words, but, he's a talent. He really is a talent, and he'll be, you know, causing a lot of problems for our defense. Hopefully, we can shut him down. But I feel like if we give him 3 or 4 chances, I think he'll definitely take one of them because he's in that sort of form at the moment. Another player, and probably one of their main threats that we need to keep quiet, is Gylfi Sigurdsson. I mean, he scored a fantastic goal, I think, last week as well. So, you know, it was. You know, Gylfi Sigurdsson was absolutely brilliant, and he is still a very, very good player. And I always thought, at Swansea, if he could go to a team that would have better players around him, I think he'd become a really good player. And he looks like he is starting to become the player that we all know he can be. And, I mean, again, he'll be a real handful for us. Last time he was at Old Trafford as well. Not last time, actually, but the time before with Swansea, he scored a free kick. He's got that brilliant, you know, free kick taking ability, very good dead ball specialist. So again, another one to watch out for. But Everton have got a lot of pace as well with like Walcott and people like that. You know, they're going to cause us a lot of problems. And I think this game, especially at home with our home form being what it is, if we don't defend it right and we don't play in the right way, we could be embarrassed. I think we could be embarrassed. Tech says Barca bought Mina for 10 million, flipped him for 30 million after one good season. Good business. It was good business. You know, making a 20 million profit from him. Very, very decent. Oh, it was a helicopter crash. Ooh. Oh dear, that doesn't sound good at all. That does not sound good at all. Hopefully, you know, not too many people were harmed. Yash says they have Pickford, a decent keeper. Unfortunately, he'll become world class tomorrow. Exactly. You know, the magic dust will be sprinkled on Jordan Pickford's gloves, no doubt, from, you know, at Old Trafford, and he'll be saving things like nobody's business. Yeah, I'm slightly worried about this game, and you'll see with my prediction what it'll be, and you'll see how worried I am. But we are going to move on now to my lineup prediction, and this is a bit of a different graphic for you guys for my lineup predictions. So we're going to move to it in 3, 2, 1. There we go. You can see me on the bottom of the screen there. Obviously, you can't see the chat anymore, but I'm still reading out, don't worry. But as you can see here, I'm on the bottom of your screen, and here is my lineup prediction for the game. And there's one man in there who you might question slightly, but we're going to carry on. David De Gea in goal, of course. I realise I've cut off the... Oh, that's a bit stupid. Hold on. Right, that kind of works. Okay. I probably should have done this off air, but anyway. David De Gea in goal. Luke Shaw, Lindelof and Smalling and Valencia. I feel like he's going to keep Lindelof and Smalling in there. I've put Antonio Valencia in there. Young might... You know, I'm not sure if Valencia's fit or not. He might not be, and I could have got that wrong. So I'm going to change that to Ashley Young. Oh, this is... As I said at the start of the stream, professionalism at its finest right here. But no, I think it's going to be Shaw, Lindelof, Smalling and Young. three in the midfield, Pogba and Matic probably playing a bit deeper than Juan Mata, and then the three up front. Now, I've included Romelu Lukaku up front. This is because I don't feel that Jose Mourinho's going to drop Romelu Lukaku. I think he's going to keep Lukaku in the team, just, you know, for his confidence. He was talking in midweek yesterday in his press conference about Lukaku's confidence and the fans needing to get behind him, and when he does score, his confidence will come back. And I do agree with that to an extent. The fans do need to get behind him, and I do think it is confidence that one of the big reasons for his lack of form is confidence in front of goal. But I feel like he should be dropped. I don't think he will be. So in my predicted lineup, I will have Lukaku. But as I said, I probably would try and fit in a front two in my own lineup of Martial and Lukaku. But I'm going to go with Martial on the left and Rashford on the right. So actually unchanged from the last few games. Obviously, you know, people will be like, oh, how can it be unchanged from the Juventus game? Well, I don't know. I just feel like Jose Mourinho is not going to tamper with anything. I feel like after the Juventus game, he didn't seem too annoyed with the team's performance, so I don't think he'll feel the need to change anything. So, you know, that is my predicted lineup. De Gea, Shaw, Lindelof, Smalling, Young, Pogba, Matic, Mata, Martial, Lukaku and Rashford. There is my predicted lineup for the game, guys. Please do leave your thoughts in the live chat about that right now. Techman says, all right. Oh, the Leicester owners helicopter. Oh, wow. Wow, that is hard. That must be hard for Leicester fans right now. That is devastating news. Patrick says, I think the owner was not in it. At least that's what I hear. Well, let's hope so. Let's hope so. But to anyone who's injured, hopefully they get safe and they get treated. Yash says, I feel Rashford will be on the bench. Lingard may play. I mean, I have heard Jose Mourinho make comments that Lingard might be able to help us in this game, which would be great because I think Lingard coming back in the team, you know, maybe be a bit of a change. He might be able to freshen up that midfield. So, you know, maybe Lingard, if he could come off the bench, would be an asset for us. But I feel like Rashford is going to start. I don't think Jose Mourinho's going to want to change much from the Juventus game. I don't think he was too annoyed with the performance, to be honest, even though I think a lot of United fans would disagree. Patrick says, Mata has to start. He's a creative genius. Pogba tried to do everything on his own most of the time, and that doesn't work always. Well, I think Mata has been one of the unsung heroes of Manchester United since he's been here. I think, obviously, when Jose Mourinho came in, he didn't get too many opportunities. Although towards the end, you know, towards kind of in the second season, he did get a lot more game time. And I think Mata can produce those moments of quality. And I think he was being wasted a bit when we were playing him on the right wing. I feel like he just didn't have the pace. Yes, he was able to take the ball and you know, pass it inside and things like that. But from a winger, you want some dynamism, you want some pace, you want some quality, you want to strike fear into the hearts of fullbacks. And I don't think Juan Mata did that. So I think he's definitely more suited to that number 10 role. You know, where he's pressing the back line of the opposition, but also being able to pick the ball up and play it through to our strikers and forward players. I think that is where Mata is very, very good. And of course, he's very, very good at just, you know, just having that cool head and providing that creativity and quality at the right times. You know, we look at the Newcastle free kick. If Mata hadn't scored that free kick, would we have won that game? No chance for me, because I think that free kick just turned the tide completely. But there is my, you know, 11, my predicted 11. You guys can leave your thoughts on that, of course, in the live chat as well. And I'll be interested to hear what you guys have to say. But I feel like that 11, I don't think he's going to change anything. I just think, you know, Mourinho, as we said, you know, I don't think he saw too much wrong with that Juventus performance in his opinion. So I don't think he's going to change it. And also I think he doesn't want to, you know, ruin the confidence of some of his players by taking them out. I think also I was thinking about including Fred in the predicted lineup, and I think Fred might potentially be included instead of someone like Matic or potentially Mata as well. Maybe Fred might be, you know, a sort of Juan Mata player. Maybe he might fit into Mata's position there. But I do want to see Fred given more opportunities. I just don't think Mourinho's going to do that with this Everton game, knowing how important this game is for him. But as I said, leave your thoughts in the live chat, of course, on the lineup. And also leave your lineups as well in the live chat. And also in the comment section down below if you have got this far as well. Leave a like as well if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. Can we get to 10 likes? That would be absolutely amazing. But it's going to be a really tough game. I mean, I would say I'm looking forward to it, but it's hard to look forward to it. It is hard to look forward to it. Hold on, guys. It is hard to look forward to it, you know, obviously with all the recent results. I'm streaming. Hold on. But I feel like, you know, we need to... Jose Mourinho needs to pull something out of the bag. There's no doubt about it. Obviously, I've just gone a bit... Hold on. Yeah, Jose Mourinho needs to pull something out of the bag. There's no two ways about it. He needs to pull something out of the bag for his sake as well, because... I mean, I don't think that he is going to be sacked. As I said, I feel like he's going to get until at least Christmas. But I think a lot more of the pressure from the fans is going to go on Jose Mourinho. I feel like if we lose this game, the match-going fans at least might start turning. But even though I don't really agree with that, I feel like that is the nature of football these days. You know, we need to win this game, really. And I think Jose Mourinho knows that. And I think that is why he won't change the team. Because he wants to, you know, just go with what he knows. Go with what he thinks will do the business. I don't think he's going to change it. Obviously, I could be wrong. Yash says, table looks scary if we lose tomorrow. Well, it does. It does. And it's obviously it's still early days. There's still 29 games left in the season. But it does look bleak. It does look bleak. As Rodney says there, a defeat would, you know, make it look bleak and look scary. I mean, Halloween's coming up, so maybe that's what Man United are doing as a promotional tool. Or should I say marketing United instead of Man United? I know it's a bad pun, but, you know, you get the gist. But yeah, maybe they're making us, you know, have bad form up until Halloween and making the table look scary just for that. Who knows? Yeah, it would. I mean, it would be pretty. You know, it would be pretty disappointing if we lost this game. Although I'm not sure how surprised I'd be, to be honest. I'm not sure how surprised I'd be. Patrick says, Matic is one of the first players on the team sheet, man. Jose loves him and is solid, but Fred just hasn't adjusted to the speed of the Premier League. Yeah, I mean, you could argue that. I would argue, though, that I feel like he hasn't had too many opportunities in Premier League football. He's had kind of the appearance here and there, and I think at the start of the season, he did get a lot more chances. I think he played in the first three seasons, first three games up until the international break. And then after that, he hasn't really been given a look in. I think the last game he played was against Young Boys. If I'm wrong, do correct me. You know, I don't know. I feel like Matic definitely is one of Jose's favourites. But yeah, I think. I mean, I don't rate Matic, to be honest. As Rodney will say, 15 seconds. You know, that's one of his catchphrases at the moment. 15 seconds. Because, you know, he takes so long on the ball, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You know, it's really frustrating because, and as I said yesterday, every time we're trying to build up play, I think, don't give it to Matic. Please don't give it to Matic. Give it to anyone else. But, you know, it just takes so long on the ball and just slows down the play. It's really annoying. But anyway, Tech says, great stream, mate. I'll DM you on Twitter tonight. Well, thank you very much for watching, Tech. Go and check out Tech Man's channel as well. Some really good stuff on his channel. So go and check it out. I'd really recommend it for all things football and anything like that as well. So go and check it out. Ronnie says, keep up the good work. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate it from a man like yourself. And guys, go and check out Rodney's channel as well, because he does some excellent stuff on his channel. Link in the description down below. But thanks for watching. Please do leave a like if you haven't already, guys, as well. Hope Saudi King will buy it. Yeah. Obviously, this is the kind of debate. You know, obviously a lot of rumours with the prince, the Saudi prince, is it, or the Saudi king, potentially wanting to buy Manchester United, which would mean a lot more money. But would the club's, you know, values go out the window? I don't know, but I feel like it would be a decision which a lot of United fans would probably potentially be a bit younger. Would love, because they've kind of grown up. People have grown up with success, and obviously looking at the money that the likes of Man City can spend as well. I think, you know, the fact that we can't spend that and our manager isn't being backed is very frustrating. So seeing a billionaire outfit like the Saudis take over would potentially, you know, would obviously offer us a lot of revenue, but I'm not sure if I would like it, really. I'm not sure if I'm like it. Maybe I'm just a bit sentimental, but yeah. Yash goes with a 2-1 to Everton. Richarlison and Sigurdsson, not at all confident. Yeah, I don't blame you, mate. I don't blame you, to be honest. Welcome, Syrians. Welcome to the stream, Siri. Thanks for joining, mate. Really appreciate it. Please do leave a like if you haven't already. That'd be absolutely fantastic. And subscribe to the channel, of course, if you are new, guys. We're trying to reach 450 subscribers. So if you are new, please do subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate that. But I'm going to get into my prediction now. So everyone who is currently watching right now, I'm talking to you guys. I'm talking to you. I need you right now to leave your comments of your score predictions in the live chat right now for this Everton game. Right now, leave your score predictions in the live chat. And if you've got this far, thank you so much. Please do leave your thoughts, your score predictions in the comment section down below. For me, my score prediction for this game is going to be a 2-0 win to Manchester United. Now, obviously, I said I wasn't going to be. I'm not really confident, and I'm not that confident. I'm not that confident, but I feel like, I feel like Jose Mourinho and the players know how important this game is. They know surely how important this game is, how much riding on this game is. So I feel like we're going to pull it out of the bag. I don't like to be confident, especially when we're playing at home, to be honest, because because obviously our home record this season has been really, really poor. But I feel like we can pull it out of the bag tomorrow, and I think the players will realise that we have to pull it out of the bag tomorrow. So I think 2-0. I don't think it's going to be a really open game. I think it's going to be 2-0. Everton are going to cause us a lot of problems. I think they're going to miss a lot of chances, but I'm going to go with 2-0 to United. I think Rashford will score, and I think potentially Chris Smalling as well, or Mike Smalling, it might get one as well. So I'm going to go with that. Rashford and Smalling to get the goals and a 2-0 win for Manchester United against Everton. And hopefully that does come true. Techman says 1-1. Yash says 2-1 in my mind, but Heart says 2-0. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it is coming from my heart, really, to be honest, with a 2-0 scoreline. I'm not sure what my head would say. I don't follow it too often. Maybe I should. Patrick says, didn't work last time against Newcastle, but still 4-0 to United. What a result that would be. That would be such a huge result for United if it was 4-0 as well. And it would be really, really convincing. Surian says 2-1. I'd take that all day long. Just a win. 3 points is all we need. And I feel like a broken record saying that, but 3 points is all we need from this game, and we have to get it. Man United fan says, I think Man United 2, Everton 1. So 2-1 seems to be the popular scoreline from you guys in the live chat at the moment. And I think 2-1 is definitely a scoreline where you're kind of not sure how it's going to go, so you kind of go with the team that should win. And I feel like I'm totally behind that. I'm totally behind that. Who knows where this game's going to go? It could be we could be seeing a similar repeat to Newcastle, where Everton are 2-0 up within the first 20 minutes. Who knows? But hopefully we start well. I don't think we will, because it seems like we need to kick the ball in our own net to start playing football. But it'd be great to see us start well at least and give the fans something to shout about. Patrick says, United has to be fearless for a win. Can't believe I'm saying that United play at Old Trafford. When will the good times come back? When will they come back, Patrick? Yeah, I know. Will they come back under Jose Mourinho? Who knows? Let's hope so, God. Let's hope so. Let's hope so, because we all love this club and we all want it to succeed. It's it has kind of been dark times for the last few seasons. Yes, under Jose Mourinho, he has brought us great memories, winning the Europa League, winning the Capital One Cups, and brilliant trophies to put in the cabinet, whether they are, tin pot trophies or not. He has given us some memories, so hopefully we can continue to do that, and our form will change. If any United fan says Lukaku needs to rest, then I think he'll improve. Yeah. I mean, we're talking about this at the top of the show. I feel like Lukaku does need a rest, or he needs someone next to him to help him out, because I think a lot of the partnerships we've seen at United have been, good strike partnerships have been partnerships, if you know what I mean. It's very difficult for one striker up on his own with about 50 yards of space behind him to do anything, and that's what we're seeing at the moment. So I feel like we need to see someone next to Lukaku. But guys, please go and subscribe to Man United Fan Stand. Really good Man United content, as well as all the other channels in the description down below. But that is going to be the end for the Manchester United versus Everton preview. Thank you to everyone who has tuned in. I really, really appreciate it. Please do, check out my watch along tomorrow and my review of the game that I'll be doing. But thank you very much, guys, for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, please do leave a like if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate your support. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please do leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and let's get those 3 points tomorrow. Come on, United!